Air transport is an important part of modern transport infrastructure today. There is no doubt that the aviation industry is witnessing the most rapid period of change in human history, and airports are no exception. After all, air transport is still relatively young at nearly 100 years old, compared with rail at nearly 300 years old, not to mention road infrastructure which predates many civilizations. In fast-growing economic and populous regions such as Asia-Pacific, Middle East and Africa, investments in new airports construction remain strong. In Africa, majority of airports are undergoing expansion in a bid to cater for rapidly growing passenger and cargo traffic volumes. African economies are carrying out major airport build and expansion projects in anticipation of ever-rising air passenger numbers. 7 out of 10 of the fastest-growing markets are represented by African countries, and they are expected to achieve a compound growth rate of more than 7.2% per year, meaning their market will double in size each decade. Airports are primed as the gateway to African destinations, whilst playing a vital role in driving economic expansion and diversification. Consequently, with over 80 projects in the pipeline valued at $45.3 billion, Africa represents one of the most vivid and fastest-growing continents in the infrastructure development space. Until recently, Africa's aviation market was faring poorly due to several decades of underinvestment and mismanagement, as well as poor safety records in air transportation. However, this has changed in recent years as the continent has witnessed a huge investment in the aviation sector. Airport development is surging across Africa, with the International Air Transport Association projecting a 5.1% growth in passenger numbers across the region by 2035. In this video, we'll review some of the major mega airport projects in Africa set to take off in the next 5 years. Before we continue, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos coming up. After successfully expanding the Kotoka International Airport with a world-class passenger terminal last year, Ghana is currently expanding the Kumasi Airport into an international airport in the country's second-largest city, Kumasi, in a 3-phase project. Work on Phase 2 of the project at the Kumasi International Airport is currently ongoing. A $29 million rehabilitation project was carried out under Phase 1 in 2014, where aeronautical ground lighting systems were installed and the existing runway was rehabilitated under the project. The groundbreaking for the $76 million second phase of the expansion project was held in November 2018. This phase, which is currently ongoing, involves construction of a new passenger terminal and multiple service facilities at the airport. The new terminal will have the capacity to handle more than 1 million passengers a year upon its completion. The existing runway will be extended from the current length of 1,981 meters to 2,300 meters, enabling the airport to accommodate wide-body aircraft, such as Boeing 737-800. The project is expected to be completed for use by April 2021. Future development for Phase 3 of the project is the construction of an airport city, which is expected to boost the local economy and also provide jobs. Bugesera Airport, currently under construction in Rwanda, will become the country's largest international airport, serving commercial flights destined to and from the greater Kigali metropolitan area when completed. The airport is located in southeastern Rwanda, in Bugesera district near the town of Rwalima. The location is approximately 25 kilometers by air and about 40 kilometers by road, south of Kigali International Airport. This new airport set to become Rwanda's 3rd international airport and the country's 8th airport overall. It will complement Kigali International Airport, which is now operating at maximum capacity. The airport will initially have a single paved runway. During the second phase of construction, a second runway will be added. The estimated cost for Phase 1 is $418 million, while Phase 2 is budgeted to cost $382 million, for a total of $800 million. It was anticipated that Phase 1 will be completed in 2018, however this has been delayed to early 2021. According to the Rwanda Development Board, the first phase of construction would provide facilities for 7 million passengers a year and 150 million tons of cargo annually. Bugesera International Airport, which is largest publicly funded project in Rwanda's history, is on track to be the first certified green building in the region. A few pieces of this net zero emission complex include a 30,000 square meter passenger terminal, 22 check-in counters, 10 gates, and 6 passenger boarding bridges. The second phase, which is expected to be completed by 2030, would increase the capacity to 14 million passengers a year. Uganda's Entebbe International Airport is also undergoing vast expansion works at a total cost of $552.9 million. Entebbe International was officially inaugurated in 1951 and is located roughly 40 kilometers from Uganda's capital city Kampala. With the airport welcoming nearly 3 million visitors in recent years and its current infrastructure built to accommodate an average capacity of 500,000, the need for expansion is obvious and immediate. According to the Civil Aviation Authority, the first phase is expected to be completed by May 2021 and will enable the airport handle up to 3.3 million passengers yearly, as well as a new cargo center that can handle 100,000 tons of cargo a year. The project, backed by the Export-Import Bank of China, includes runway construction and rehabilitation, terminal construction and modernization, airfield lighting, communication solutions, among others. The upgrade and expansion project forms part of a 20-year national aviation master plan unveiled by the Civil Aviation Authority of Uganda in January 2015. The aviation plan will see the modernization of the airport in phases from 2014 to 2033. Elsewhere in Somaliland, construction work at the Berbera International Airport is almost complete, with new infrastructure being put in place to make it one of the most modern aviation facilities in Africa. The airport has a 4,140 meters runway, one of the longest on the continent. The runway was built by the Soviet Union in the mid-1970s and was rented by NASA at a cost of $40 million per year and used as an emergency landing site for the space shuttle from 1980 until 1991. When the government of former president of Somalia Siad Barre collapsed. With the current Somaliland government's vision to turn Berbera city into an economic hub, there grew a need to rebuild the airport to serve the needs of both local and international investors and tourists at the same time. Perfectly located on the coast, very close to the brand new Berbera seaport built by Dubai Ports World, and a 4-lane highway to the capital Hargeisa taking shape, Berbera Airport has a huge potential for both people and cargo traffic. The expected opening of the airport will add to the growing status of Berbera, which has already been boosted by the expansion of the port, the building of the road linking the town to the Ethiopian border, and the planned construction of the multi-million Berbera Economic Free Zone. The airport, when completed, will be the second in the country after the Ejel International Airport and Somaliland capital Hargeisa. Another mega airport project nearing completion in Africa is the Angola International Airport, which is being constructed at the country's capital Luanda. It is located 40 kilometers southeast of the city center in the Bom Jesus commune and will be an alternative to existing Quatro de Fevereiro International Airport when completed. The airport is designed for 15 million passengers per year and will receive 31 jet bridges. The passenger terminal occupies 160,000 square meters, while the cargo terminal is 6,200 square meters, with an annual capacity of 35,000 tons of cargo. 2 runways are to be built. The northern runway is 4,200 meters long, while the southern runway is 3,800 meters long, both measuring 60 meters in width. Construction was suspended at the end of 2007 due to financial revaluation by the Angolan government. The construction costs, which are financed entirely by China, is estimated at $3.8 billion. The total area of the airport is planned for at least 50 square kilometers. The project includes the construction of a rail link to the capital, to the province of Luanda, and possibly to the neighboring province of Malanje. A road connection to Luanda requires that the existing road from Luanda to Malanje is greatly expanded, as it is often subject to frequent traffic jams. The opening of the new airport has been postponed several times for financial reasons. Originally planned for 2015 to 2016, it was supposed to open in 2017 at the latest, then in 2020. But this date could not be realized either. It is now estimated that the airport will be fully functional after 2022. With these developments, the aviation industry in Africa is set to receive further boost in the next few years. It's also projected that over 80 airports construction and expansion projects are in the pipeline, valued at $45.3 billion planned across the African continent, with the International Air Transport Association projecting a 5.1% growth in passenger numbers across the region by 2035. If you enjoyed this video and would like to get more from a definitive information about trends and mega constructions projects in Africa, subscribe to the New Africa channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos.